Happening. Welcome on back. So, very quick one here. How to get to or escape from the Selia crystal tunnels. A few people have asked, when you find it by accident, it teleports you to, especially early game, a very difficult area. But it can be done early game. And the rewards are Somber Smithing Bell, so you can get unlimited. I can't remember which level it is. And also there's a shit ton of crystals and smithing stones you can get. Now, my map is unlocked because I'm playing this now on, I think, New Game Plus 4, I think. So even though my weapons are slightly OP, because the enemies' levels have scaled slightly, it's still a little bit of a challenge. But when we get into the tunnels, I will switch out weapons to something a bit lower, actually. Anyway, so to get there, you need to make your way to the Dragon Burnt Ruins. Now, some people might get this by mistake, and what happens, you open a chest and it teleports you. You can actually ride there yourself. The Selia Crystal Tunnels. Basically, it's in that area, pretty much. So, what you want to do from here, we're going to do without the map, because your map may not be uncovered. We're at the very first site of Grace, by first step. That's where you meet your first guy. There's the Church of Ella. So, we're going to set it up for east. Now, if you haven't unlocked your horse yet, you could still do it without. You're just going to be doing a little bit of running. Boom. Now, with almost any of the ruins you get in this game, you're always going to find a tunnel. Sometimes they're a little bit tricky to find, some are actually hidden behind an illusion, but pretty much make your way to the centre. There we go. They don't usually follow you down into the tunnels. Got a few little rats in here. So tell you what, I'm going to switch down to my Claymore, which is level 1, it's not even been upgraded yet. It's crazy that the fact that rats can, you know, pretty much do more poise damage than a lot of the bosses. I mean, look at this. I can pretty much one-shot some bosses. Yeah, I'm getting battered by rats. For anyone who's played any of the Souls games, the rats have never changed. Except for really Dark Souls Remastered. I say the rats were worse there because they can inflict poison on you, or toxic. And at the beginning of the game, that was pretty almost an instant killer. So here's this chest. You beated your way through all that and you think, yay, I've got a chest. Celebration time. Let's open it. But when you open it, you get more of a surprise than when you open a box of roses at Christmas. And you're expecting a nice big tub, and you've got a couple of sweets at the bottom. Now you're thinking, what the hell's happening here? Come on. Okay, no. And you're like, where am I? Well, welcome to the Selia crystal tunnels. So the first thing you'll do is you'll think, oh, maybe if I open this it'll send me back. Now, if your first obviously instinct will be to get into fight with these guys. Now the problem is, you find a lot of these mine workers who are in these kind of crystal tunnels, and there's a few of them. They're weak to say blunt, basically strike damage, and strong against slash. So for example, if you look here, Claymore, Standard and Pierce. Whereas if you look down at like a basic axe, not axe, sorry, a hammer, you see it does strike damage. So we know that's going to do a lot more damage to these guys. But all you're going to be concentrating now is getting to a safe point. So what you want to do is just run. Ignoring these guys. You can probably afford to get hit once by that. Any more than once and it'll probably kill you early level. And here's your bonfire. Grace, whatever. Now if you want to escape from this area, you can head out that way. Now most early players, as soon as they get to that site of Grace, they're like, nah, bollocks to this, I'm getting out of here. But they end up coming back later on in the game. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this as you've decided to come back. So let's pick a bit of a mid-level game weapon. I think the Bloodhound Fang. So you get this weapon of defeating an enemy. Where is it? So on your way to Castle Morn, which you'd be if you follow my last how to get the Claymore. And here, just before you get to the big bridge, you can't possibly miss it. So not too far from the Dragonburnt ruins, you've got this, which is called basically like little prisons. You always know when you're coming close to one because you'll see these weird upright caterpillar type things made out of stone. You cannot miss them. If you beat the boss there, you get this weapon, and it's an excellent weapon. You get blood damage. It's got a really useful little strike attack. If somebody's getting too close to you, give them a whack, jump out of the way. It also does blood damage. And you get an extra bonus for doing jumping attacks. So we're going to use this. So it is a pretty early on game weapon. You can get it like the walkthrough I did for the Claymore. You can do it literally from the second you come into the game. Ideally wait till you got your horse. Now I always recommend starting the game as I forget which mode it is, basically the one where you get the samurai armor, because you also get a bow. Now with these weird cockroach type creatures, where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Nope. There's one up there, there's one loitering around there, and there's one right above you. Best way to deal with them, especially early game, is just chuck an arrow at them. So what we want to do is find out where he is. There we go. So we want to get somewhere where we've got good defense, and just be patient, just snipe him. bastard, he fucking dodged that. Poison does work on them. You've got any poison arrows. And there we go, he's down. Top up if you've got it. So, as you can see, those little, those things, that's your smithing stones. These guys, they don't really pay much attention to you, but you can attack them if you want to. You can see it doesn't do an awful lot of damage. Now if we two-hand and do a jumping attack, does a little bit more. I don't think they take bleed damage. There we go. Now this whole place is covered in these things. Cracked crystals, good crafting material. I just sell them basically. Easy way of making a bit of cash. So I'm going to come around here for a smithing stone level 5, which you may not have your weapon to that level yet. Now we need to be careful here because we aggro that geezer. However, late on game, it's better to take him down up close. Here, we can just snipe him again. Come on. I mean, I wish there was a way of getting that spell that he's using. Because even late game, it does a shit ton of damage to you. Now you notice I'm not really killing these guys. I mean, let's just... oh, there we go, he's come down. So what we're gonna do is... he staggers easy, so if you can get up close, get up close. Just wanted to see how much we get for taking these guys down. Yeah, so not a massive amount for the amount of work you've got to put in. We'll be going through there shortly. See, it's barred. There is a shortcut there that we're going to unlock. Now there is another one of those creatures there. Okay, this is what you don't ever want to happen. And I think it's pretty clear they don't take bleed damage. Oh no, he took a little bit of bleed damage then. And at 55, which this weapon does, takes a fair big chunk. Now there are some weapons you can get later game where leveling up actually increases the amount of bleed damage it does. Now as you see by all these many fucking graffiti signs, it's just a case of a run and a jump. Same here. Now, sometimes I've made that jump. To be honest, if you do, brilliant. If you don't worry about it. Ooh, ooh. Because all you get is that. Now, there's going to be an enemy right around this corner. What I'd suggest, using your shield counter. There you go. So it didn't do a massive amount of damage. But it's enough to stagger him. And he is slightly tougher than the other guys. There we go. Another smithing stone. Now the worst thing about this level really is how far you have to go without any grace points. Now just to make things a little bit easier for you to see, I'm just going to use that. Now we've got another little cockroach dude there and a couple of the little crystal guys down there. Is the shortcut we're going to be unlocking. Oh, you piss off. You can backstab them as well. Now, you know, to be honest, when you come back to here late game, your weapon most likely be a little bit more powerful than this one. But just to show you, so this is a maxed out, same sword but just maxed out. And you'll see with these little crystal guys, they take a lot of damage. Oh sorry, they resist a lot of damage. Rock Blaster, not a bad spell, but you know, nothing amazing. We've got a guy here. You see, this weapon, you know, should have one-shotted him. But still, 2 shots to take him down. Okay, knock down that shortcut. There's no real need to go back down there now. So, of a somber smithing stone 4, which is basically like the twinkling titanite, and then your smithing stone is titanite shards. If you've played the originals, now you're gonna have 2 enemies up there who are distracted, but there's one in here. Now, regardless of weapon, it's the same technique. Shield counter works best against them. They do jump around a lot. Now, you can take the first one down with a backstab. 2-hand. So, Faithful Canvas Talisman. So, basically, if you're into your faith spells, that increases your faith. Just look at the talismans I've got. I've got one that restores HP upon defeating enemies, just a little bit. And I will normally swap out the others. It kind of depends the level I'm on. I'm not too heavy at the moment, so I don't need any kind of weight talisman. Okay, and here we come to the boss now. So as you can see, the only I keep wanting to call them bonfires. The only site of grace you've really got is the one right at the beginning. Hence why that shortcut was important. Now, this guy is pretty tough. Now, if you use a blunt weapon, so I keep saying blunt, it's a strike weapon, which we're going to go with this. However, even something as basic as a club will take him down. He runs a lot. I mean, you can see him there. He'll run around. He's pretty much all armoured. Then we're going to use a summon. I'm going to let the summon aggro him. Like being hit by a fucking train. It is possible to stagger him. Oh, you bastard. Now there's no NPC summons for this boss. But you will often find human summons. Oh, fucking hell. Shit, mate. Take a break. Okay, so we're going to two-hand at this. Oh, come on, ref. Fuck, I mean, you will see he'll make up this bollocks. Just want to fucking hit you, mate, that's all. And we get Smithing Stone level 6, 7, blah blah blah, and we get the Somber Miner's Ball Bearing, so you can get unlimited, I believe, level 1 and level 2. And that was it, really. Hop on back to the entrance. Now, like I said, you can fight your way through early level. You're going to need a lot of luck for it, though. And hopefully human summon. But that is it, Selia Crystal Tunnels. Just so you can see what's out here. This is, I think, the Lake of Rot. It's going to tell me. Now that whole lake is rot poison, which even high level will wipe you out pretty quick. However, your horse is immune to it. But that's for another day. So, thanks for watching, and as always, toodaloo.